right, here we go. Wrapping things up in the TBL Division Championship Series. Games 5 through 7, we've got a couple of competitive different series here. 3 of them tied 2-2. Louisville leading San Diego 3-1 in that series. So, we won't drag on too long here with the dialogue. Let's get going with the pitching matchups, and then we'll start the games. Want to go to the scores today? All right, so we've got Alex Lopez back on the mound for New York, going back against Miguel Lugo, rematch game 1. So probably mostly rematches at game 1, I would assume. We got Willie Fonseca, the 20-plus game winner this year for Las Vegas, going against 23-game winner, 23-2 this year, going against John Hill. So probably an advantage Las Vegas pitching matchup-wise. Craig Robinette going against Jordan Adame in a matchup of 2 aces. Adame actually not the best year, but I still think he's a big-name pitcher in this league. So, and then Alfredo Cruz going against Brian Romo. Romo, I think, went complete game in game 1. So, yeah, going to be a rematch of game 1, I believe, there as well. So, all right, let's see what happens. Good luck to our managers. New York goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first. 2 strikeouts for Lugo to start the thing off. Start the game off. Isaac Winfield with a single with 2 outs. Matt Johnson singles, leadoff hit, top of the second, but a quick double play, and then a fly out ends the inning. Onto the bottom of the second. San Diego and Louisville has begun. First and third after a Jim Green single. 1 out for the Seals. A Domingo Ganoza double drives in Bill Bryce. Haven't heard that name before. Domingo Ganoza. 1-0 Seals and 1-0 Griffins on a Gary Smith single, driving in Regini. Rob Squires sacrifices the base runner, so man on second with 1 out for Galveston trying to respond. Leadoff walk for the Seals. Sacrifice in that game puts him on second with 1 out. David Ramirez walks. And a double play is going to end the inning. So on to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Seals. Matt Johnson, solo home run in the 4th, giving New York the 2-0 lead. And now a man on second here with 1 down for the Griffins.
Justin
Las Vegas, Montreal. Yep. Yeah, Justin Eberle on doubles. Good catch. 3-0 New York. Las Vegas, Montreal underway. First and third, nobody out for Las Vegas here in the first. And 1-0 on the Aaron Harrison double. So, 3-run homer for George England. So Las Vegas coming out swinging here in Game 5, taking a quick 4-0 lead in the top half of the inning. Meanwhile, Galveston getting a run on a solo homer by Jeff Brown, making that game 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Las Vegas, bases loaded, 1 out now, with 4 on the board already. 5-0 on the Jim Bennett walk. So 6-0 on a Joey Harrison single. 1-1 now on the Nate Elliott sacrifice fly, tying the game in Louisville. And the inning ends finally for the machine. 6-0 after a half inning. Las Vegas on top. And Montreal trying to respond right away. Bases first and third, nobody out, but a double play is going to quickly quelch the rally. They get one, so 6-1 after one. Corey Henderson singles to drive in a run for the Seals to take the lead back. Now they've got first and third with 2 down. They won't get any more. Mike Wilson grounds out onto the bottom of the fourth in that game. Meanwhile, the Herons and the Rebels game has started, so bottom of the first, they are a man on second for Virginia. Galveston gets a run back. Mike Anderson singles and a 3-run bomb by Verdugo, adding more here in the second inning. Meanwhile, Nick Guzman singles to give the 1-0 lead to Virginia, and they're threatening more. They don't get any more. And Juan Santiago hits a 2-run homer, giving the Rivermen a 3-2 lead on the Seals here in the bottom of the fourth. Big hit. Meanwhile, 2 on, nobody out for New York, trying to add more. They get first out there in Justin Eberlin. A sac fly is going to drive in a insurance run, so it's going to be a 4-2 lead now for New York. And another run for the Rivermen. Jared Gilbert's going to single, driving in Davis. 4-2 in that game. Huron threatening, but double play is going to end that threat. 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the second.
San Diego threatening, with 2 down now, though. Glenn Martin singles. Gets a run back. Makes it 4-3. Matt Johnson doubles. 5-2. Heine singles. They tie the game up. Ooh, takes the lead with Corey Henderson single. 5-4. San Diego.
Just a chain of hits from the Seals all of a sudden. Bases loaded for the Herons. 2 down now. And Gonzalez lines out, so Virginia gets out of another jam, leaving runners stranded inning after inning. 2-1 for Galveston, trying to get back in at second and third, 2 down. Pitching change, Markworth coming in for the Griffins. Mike Anderson singles. He's going to get one back for the Gremlins. 5-3 in the bottom of the seventh. On to the bottom of the eighth. Galveston down to their final 6 outs here. Juan Santiago hits his second home run of the game. That's going to tie the game for the Rivermen, 5-5 in the bottom of the sixth against the Seals. First and third now for Galveston, and they get one in, 5-4. Man at second now with one down.
Dan Espinoza is leaving the game with an injury for Montreal.
It's going to create a pitching change in New York as well. Stanley grounds out. It's going to leave it to Juarez. Juarez ties the game on a single, 5-5, bottom of the eighth. So Galveston climbs back into it. Here goes the ninth tied. Meanwhile, Las Vegas adding some more into what's becoming a lopsided affair in Montreal. The Griffins go quickly in the top of the ninth. So it's going to bring us to the bottom of the ninth, see if Galveston can complete this comeback. They've had some pretty special hits late in these playoff games. 2-on, nobody out for the Machine. Double play is going to eliminate that, though. Man on third, 2 down. And Montreal does get a couple runs across here now. So Johnson singles driving Plath, and then Tizard singles driving Garcia, and that's capped by Moss 2-run homer. Meanwhile, Dustin Lutz hits a single in the bottom of the seventh to give Louisville the 6-5 lead, and Jesse Glancy hits a 3-run bomb against the Herons, giving them a 4-0 lead in the fifth. Man at second, nobody out for the Griffins in the top of the 10th now. Muniz hits a double. Matt Johnson's going to strike out here for first out. Meanwhile, the Seals have a leadoff guy on in a single. 2 down now as Barboza strikes out for New York. It's up to Wilson. Wilson hits a single. He's going to drive in the go-ahead run. 6-5. New York takes the lead in the top of the 10th. Two on, 1 out for the Seals.
Threatening. Alberto triples.
Mike Wilson grounds into a field of choice. It's 2 down, first and third. And the Herons are on the board with 3 runs.
It
was 5 runs. A quick. In the blink of an eye, the Herons just came back and turned this game around. Down 4-0, they get a 2-run triple by Alberto, a double by Vickers, and then a 2-run homer by Ricky Rodriguez. 5-4, Herons on top. Meanwhile, last out for the Gremlins. Travis Miller walks, is still alive. See if they can do something.
Mike Keenan for San Diego is leaving the game with an injury.
Pitching change, Rosario's coming in for New York.
Las Vegas pouring on more runs.
And that's going to be a final in Galveston. New York's going to hang on for the 6-5 win in extra innings. So despite the comeback, New York hangs on to win. Meanwhile,
San Diego
the Seals down to their final 2 outs. Yeah. Brumleve gets a single. Base runner on for Ganoza. 2 for 4 in the game. He's out. It's up Marks. Homer Gonzalez hits a solar homer to pad the lead. Marks walks. And that's going to do it. Clark Hine can't get it done. So Louisville finishes the series with a 4-1 win. 4-1 series win with a 6-5 win over the Seals here in Game 5. And they will advance on to face the winner of the Herons and the Rebels here in the Conference Championship Series. Congratulations to Chuck. And good season to Alex.
Was that tough for you to say? He's gonna not answer that one.
Bill Weber hitting a 2-run homer for the High Rollers. Now 14-5. Tim Crees leaving the game with an injury. Going to the ninth, 6-4. Herons clinging to that lead. Montreal knocks in a run here. This game's long out of reach, I think. Oh, well, a grand slam might change that. 14-10 now as Tim Johnson gives the machine 4 runs. I mean, it's still a long shot, but hey, I mean, 4 runs, that's possible. Victor Rivera hits a solo homer, adding 1 more insurance run for the Herons. Virginia's going to be down to their last 3 outs here, down 7-4. Montreal's not done. 2 on, 2 outs here. It's getting scary for the High Rollers. But Steve Moss flies out, thankfully. That's going to go to the top of the ninth as well. So Virginia, see what they can do here. Chris Barnett grounds out. That's going to bring on Frank House as pinch substitute pitcher to face pinch hitter Razzo. On to the bottom of the ninth now in Montreal. And Prieto singles. Rebels staying alive for a second. 2 on for Montreal now, the 1 down.
Tying run at home, and it's over.
Herons hang on, take a 3-2 series lead. Kyle Fetter in the game to pitch for Las Vegas. Platt strikes out. It's up to Garcia, and he's out. So Las Vegas, after scoring 9 in the first 2 innings, hangs on for a 14-10 win in what was a slugfest between the 2 teams, which is pretty surprising with the aces starting in a lot of situations in these games. So on to game 6. We've got 3 teams leading 3-2. Take a look at the pitching matchups, and then we will roll on. We've got Edwin Rodriguez going back up against Rob Zarowski. Felix Almagar. It's Chris Pointe. And then Nick Hutchinson going against Learfield. All right, here we go. Galveston, Virginia, and Montreal all trying to hang on and force a game 7. I'll be right back.
Got 2 on with 2 out for Galveston. Can't get nothing through. Virginia and Huron has started. Phil Crawhorn, solo homer for Huron, taking a 1-0 lead. There was a balk for Galveston. Runners score, and Jeff Brown hits a 2-run homer to take Galveston a 3-0 lead over New York. Montreal and Las Vegas have started. Aaron Harrison hits a 3-run bomb. Las Vegas takes a 3-0 lead over Montreal. Ricky Rodriguez grounds out. Gets a run through. Huron takes a 2-0 lead. Fielder's choice for Las Vegas. Verdugo scores. Las Vegas takes a 4-0 lead. 5-0 Las Vegas.
Damn. For the second straight game, Las Vegas is pouring on in the first, huh?
Absolutely.
This might be the end of Montreal's title defense. Not a big comeback here.
It's only the first inning. Well, second
That
inning.
is true. It's true. For nothing, Herons. Pat Farrow signaling Paul Crawford. Phil Crawford. Bases loaded. There was one out. Nick Guzman out with an injury. Travis Platt, 3-run homer, so Montreal is back in it. 5-3 now in the second. And Ricky Rodriguez drives in another. Herons trying to shut the door here on Virginia's magical season. Two on, nobody out for Las Vegas. Threatening again in the second. Just a scary, scary lineup. Meanwhile, Galveston also threatening to add more against New York. Mike Anderson, leadoff single for the Griffins, trying to get something going. He's been absolutely shut down by Edwin Rodriguez, but oh, excuse me, Galveston's up. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So adding insurance run. Las Vegas adds a run. Joey Harrison doubles, driving in Bell. Rosario's coming in for New York to try to stop the bleeding here. Jason Garth hits a sacrifice. 4-0. Galveston out hitting New York 12-3 in this game, but 4-0 still in reach. The Griffins, if they can mount some comeback. Aaron Harrison hitting a solo homer, making it 7-3 Las Vegas. Second home run of the game for Harrison. And Rodriguez now 7 shutout innings for the Gremlins, pitching a beautiful game when his team needs it. Alex Alonso doubles. Glancy grounds out, though, so 2 down. Virginia looking for anything here, but not getting anything against Plinio Lurfield, who's pitching a really great game here for the Herons. 6 innings pitched. Just the 3 hits. Santiago Barty's leaving the game with an injury for Montreal, so coming on to pitch is Lunsford after a Bill Weber walk. Corey Madison single leading things off for New York. And New York's on the board with a Vince Redmond solo homer as well, so 4-1. Down in singles, so that's 3 straight hits for New York to start the inning. Gonzalez extends the lead with a homer, and Martinez extends the lead for Las Vegas with a single. First and third with 1 down. Pitching change. Alexander's coming out for the Griffins. Matt Johnson singles, though, so 4-2. But Alexander forces the double play and gets him out of the inning, so 4-2 going to the top of the 9th. Gremlins with the lead. Quick 1, 2, 3 for Galveston. So on to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Griffins. Close this series out. If not, we're going to have a game 7 in New York. Excuse me. 2 quick outs. And that will do it. So Galveston beats New York to force game 7. Meanwhile, top of the 8th, Virginia finally looking for some runs here. 2 on, nobody out. See if they can chip away here before it's too late. Bonner is going to strike out. Two down now. Alonso strikes out. It's going to leave it up to Glancy. Glancy lines out. So 7-0 going to the bottom of the 8th. Might be the end of the run for the Rebels here. Also in the 8th inning, Las Vegas up 8-3 on Montreal, trying to close this series here in Game 6 at home.
Final 2 outs for Virginia.
That does it. Huron 7, Virginia nothing. So great season for Andrew. Magical run, gets all the way to the Division Championship Series here, but runs into a good Herons team. And Michael on his way to the conference championship for the 2nd straight year. He closes the door 7-0 in Game 6. Meanwhile, 2 on, 2 outs for Las Vegas, looking to add some insurance, but they won't do it. They have a 5-run cushion going to the top of the 9th here against Montreal. Last chance for Montreal to extend their run here in this postseason and defend their title from last season. 1 quick out, 2 down. And that's going to do it. So Las Vegas, best team in the league, advances. They're going to face their division rival Galveston. The 2 best records in baseball will clash here in the Ice Conference Championship game.
Well, they're They're gonna play Game 7.
Oh, we do. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. New York, New York is still in this. That's a good point, man. I thought this was wrapped up. This is Huron that has it
Conspiracy.
wrapped up though in Las Vegas. So yeah, it will be a conspiracy if it happens now, right? So uh, that's funny. But yeah, so hey, but we have a Game 7 here, so that's exciting, and we're gonna play that live stream. So or in the game, it's the only
So
one
we're
left.
gonna do it
So
that way. We're gonna do it the old.
I think so. Yeah, if there's only one Game 7 left, that's the way we do it
Okay.
if we can.
It gives us the
So yeah,
opportunity.
good luck to Matt, whichever Matt that may be, Matt Galveston or Matt New York. And what do we have here for a pitching match? Neil Hunt going against Ricardo Anguiano. So I like New York's starter here in this game. We'll see what happens.
We do manage game.
I believe so. Yeah. Make sure it's all set to the AI.
AI. We gotta turn the volume down some things over here. We don't have the creepy yelling. There we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You mean that?
Yeah, exactly. Cotton candy.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Good luck, guys. Game 7. After this, we'll take a break, and hopefully, exports get in, but we'll resume tomorrow at some point. Yeah. Good luck. All right, leading things off for the Gremlins against Anguiano. It's Rob Squires. Let's see what he can do. Strike 3. Next up, Mike Anderson. Mike Anderson's going to strike out, so 2 quick strikeouts for Anguiano to start the game. Looking good. I think it said Mike Anderson was like 0 for 21 in the series. That's not great.
No.
And a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Gremlins. So after half an inning, Galveston 0, New York coming up. CJ Dowden leading things off against Neil Hunt. And that's going to be a strike 3 call looking. 1 down. Next up, Gary Smith. Gary Smith's going to ground to the second baseman. Flipped over to the first for the out. 2 down. And Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson's going to hit it to the center fielder, but it's easy out. So 1-2-3 go the Griffins after 1. No hits for either team. Jeff Brown leading things off for the Gremlins. He grounds the 3-1 pitch to the shortstop. 1 down. Next up is Jason Gartz. Hitting .302 in the postseason. He's going to hit it up the middle, just past the second baseman for a single. So first base runner of the game for the Gremlins. Next up is Jim Wyant. Also having a pretty nice postseason, hitting .389. He is going to watch that one for strike 3. So 2 down now for Russell Stanley. And he swings and misses. So strike 3, that's 4 strikeouts for the starter, Anguiano. On to the bottom of the second. Leading things off is Armando Barboza. Barboza swings and misses. So both pitchers delivering right now. Next up is Enrique Muniz. Muniz really struggling this postseason, hitting just 130. He's going to hit a dribbler to the second baseman, 2 down. That's going to bring up Ryan Wilson. 6 up, 6 down so far for the Griffins. So Neil Hunt pitching really well. On to the top of the third. Leading things off is Juan Juarez. Juan Juarez is going to line it to the first baseman. He's going to flip to the pitcher. One down. Going to bring up Domingo Solorzano. Domingo going to swing and miss. It's 2 down. Strikeout number 5 for Ricardo. Next up, Rob Squires, the leadoff hitter. And he swings and misses. So 6 strikeouts through 3 for Minguiano. Up to the bottom of the third we go for Krudis. Zdenek Krudis. Oh, God. Zdenek Krudis. Rushed it.
Oh,
and he's hit by the pitch. Apparently taking offense to not being able to spell the first name. And on to first he goes. So he's going to bring up Vince Redmond, the catcher. Redmond having a pretty nice postseason.
I thought he was going to charge the pitcher.
He's going to line it down the first base line, so the runner is going to advance to third, first and third. Nobody out here for the Griffins, trying to get the first runs on board here in Game 7 for either team. Next up is going to be the 9-hitter, Corey Madison. Let's see what he can do. He's going to hit it to left field. He's going to drop in for the base hit. So 1-0 New York on the single by Madison. Up to the top of the order for C.J. Downing. Still nobody out. 2-2 pitch to the shortstop. That's going to be a double play. So big double play there for the Gremlins. Now 2 down with a man on third for Gary Smith. He's going to pop it up in the infield. That's going to retire the side. So it could have been worse. 1 run comes across for the Griffins, and it's 1-0 after 3. On to the top of the fourth, Mike Anderson leading things off for the Gremlins. And he hits it hard to center field, but right at center field, they're 1 down. It's going to bring up Isaac Winfield, 0 for 1 on the day. Winfield hitting it to the gap, but again, the center fielder is there. Oh, it's going to drop. So base hit for Winfield. Bringing up Jeff Brown. Jeff Brown has been on fire this postseason. 4 homers, 11 RBIs. He's going to walk here. So all of a sudden, 2 on with 1 out for the Gremlins. Next up, Jason Gartz. 1 for 1 on the game already. He's going to ground to the first baseman. Looks like a double play ball, but is it?
Fielder's choice.
He's safe. He's safe at first. So first and third, 2 down for Jim Wyant. And he's going to hit to the third baseman, but that's not going to get it done. He flips to the second baseman to retire the side. After 3.5. New York 1, Galveston 0. Matt Johnson leading things off for the Griffins. He's going to walk on 5 pitches. That brings up Armando Barboza. Barboza hits it to the center fielder. He's there, so it's 1 down. Next up we have Enrique Muniz. Muniz is going to walk. It's a gift right there. He's been struggling. So 2 on, 1 out. Bringing up Ryan Wilson. Wilson hits it softly to the second baseman. He flips to the shortstop for the force out. He's going to move the runner to third. So first and third with 2 down now for Zdenek Krudis. Zdenek hits it to the right field.
Drop down.
And it drops for a base hit, so that's going to drive it a run. So this game's tied at, oh, no, this is a 2-0 lead for the Griffins. Getting all dyslexic here. First and third, though, still for the Griffins with Vince Redmond coming to the plate. 2 down.
I will say, me being colorblind, those colors are definitely the same.
Yeah. All right, and that's going to retire the side. So after 4, New York 2, Galveston 0. Stanley leading things off. He's going to strike out looking. Picks up Juan Juarez. Juarez
Oh,
grounds. I didn't strike out, Lucky. He walked. My bad. Yeah, it looks like he advanced the runner, so man on second with one out. It's going to bring up Solorzano. Solorzano's going to ground out to the shortstop. Doesn't advance the runner, so two down now with man on second. For Rob Squires. He hits it deep to the center fielder, but the center fielder's there. That's going to retire the side. So after 4.5, New York 2, Galveston nothing. Next up, Corey Madison leading things off for the Griffins. Strike three.
I wasn't sure if he walked or he struck out.
Yeah, to be careful after the last one. Next up, CJ down and 0 for 2 on the game. He's going to hit to the center fielder, and that's going to drop for a hit. One out single. And Gary Smith goes down swinging. Next up, Matt Johnson. Johnson hitting it to the gap. And the center fielder makes a great catch. Squires dives and catches. What a play, yeah. He's right. It's going to
get
the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, a web gem, yeah.
Save that one for your ESPN reel.
Top of the sixth, Mike Anderson leading things off against Anguiano. He's going to walk him. Ball 4. Next up, Isaac Winfield, the 3-hitter. He's 1 for 2 in the game. He's going to hit this deep to right field. That is gone. Galveston tying the game on a 2-run homer by Isaac Winfield. That thing was crushed, no doubter. So we've got a whole new ball game here in the top of the 6th with nobody down. Jeff Brown coming to the plate. And he's going to get a base hit into left field. So another hit for the Gremlins. Anguiano, who had 6 strikeouts through 3 innings, he hasn't thrown a strikeout since. So I wonder if he's getting tired here. Let's see, Jason Gart's up. Jason Gart's crushing it to the center field wall. That's going to be off the wall. It's going to score a run. So all the way from first. And the Gremlins have taken the lead on the RBI double by Jason Gartz. Next up, Jim Wyatt. Still nobody out here for the Gremlins. And he's going to be walked intentionally. So first and second for the Gremlins. That's going to bring up Russell Stanley, who has struggled big time in this postseason, just hitting 132. He's going to strike out swinging, a much-needed strikeout. Meanwhile, Dennis Bringman in for the Griffins pitching. I'm not sure if that was... I think this is his first batter. Yep.
Yeah, it is his first batter. That's what the Stars before.
And he's going to force that up, but an error by the shortstop. So now we've got the bases loaded with one out. Bad time for that to happen. Actually, it looks like a base hit.
Yeah.
Solorzano's up now, the catcher. He's going to hit it to the right fielder. It might be deep enough. We'll see. The throw coming in the home plate. Not in time, so another run for the Gremlins. They extend the lead to 4-2 here in the 6th. First and third, 2 down for Rob Squires. He's going to ground out to the third baseman. That's going to retire the side, but not after the major damage done by the Gremlins. They take a 4-2 lead here going into the bottom of the 6th. Next up, Armando Barboza leading things off. Barboza's going to pop it up. 1 down. Next up, Munoz. 2 down. Does this show pitch counts? I'm just curious. It does, right? Yeah. Let's hunt out. Curious. 111 pitches, 101 pitches. He's up there. 2 down for Wilson. Wilson's going to walk here. Third walk issued by Hunt. And he's still in there to face Zdenek Krutis.
Z-Man.
Krutis going to ground out, and that's going to end the inning. So Hunt gets through 6. 4-2 lead for the Gremlins as we go to the top of the 7th. Brigman still in the game, pitching to Mike Anderson to lead things off. He's going to line it to the center fielder for the first out. Next up, Isaac Winfield, who had the monster 2-run homer in the top of the 6th. He's going to hit it through the right field side. That's going to be a base hit. So Winfield is on with 1 out, bringing up Jeff Brown. Jeff Brown hits it through the second baseman. Winfield on his way to third, so we're going to have first and... Brown's going for second. He's going to be cut down by the throw. I don't think that was a good choice to go. Well, yeah, clearly. The 2 down now. Man on third for Jason Garth. Let's see if he can drive in the run. And he crushes it to right field. Not only can he drive in the run, he drives himself in. 2-run homer for Jason Garth. And that's going to extend the lead for the Gremlins. 6-2.
Fisher's in.
Next up, we have Jim Wyatt facing Jim Fisher, the pitching change. Jim Fisher has not pitched in this postseason yet.
Like Wyatt's mustache, though. It's killing.
I guess, yeah, he has 2 walks this playoffs. He hasn't recorded an out this postseason.
See what he can do now. Can't get that mustache man out.
Jim Wyatt. Next up, Russ Stanley. 0 for 2 in the game.
Yeah, with a 81 ERA.
Now in a new pitcher, Seokman Park. And Park gets him to fly out. So 2 more runs for the Gremlins, extending that lead to 6-2.
Pollard's in.
9 outs remaining here for the Griffins. Yeah, Ahmed Pollard in pitching for the Gremlins against Vince Redmond, 1 for 2. Grounds out to the third baseman, 1 down. Next up, Corey Madison. The 9-hitter. He's going to strike out looking, 2 down. CJ Downing. He strikes out looking. So 1, 2, 3, go the Griffins on to the top of the 8th. 6-2 Galveston. Juan Juarez leading things off against Park. He hits it in the gap. This is going to be extra bases. Leadoff double for Juarez, and that's going to bring up Solorzano here with nobody out. Solorzano's going to drop it and base hit. Looks like the base runner was holding at second to see if that would drop in, so he only gets to third. So first and third with 1 out, nobody out, excuse me. Next up, Rob Squires, 0 for 4 in the game today. He's going to ground to the second baseman. He's going to flip shortstop on first, double play. The run is going to score, though, so that extends the lead 7-2. And now we have bases cleared with 2 down for Mike Anderson. Mike Anderson grounding out to the second baseman. That's going to end the inning. So after 7.5, Galveston leads 7-2 over New York. Gary Smith leading things off against Pollard here in the bottom of the 8th. Pollard crushes it down the right field line. It's going to drop. It's going to stick to a single. Or Smith crushes it, I should say. Johnson swings, and that is going to be a double play, so to cut down the runner right away. So that brings up Barboza. Barboza swings and misses. So New York down to their final 3 outs here in the season. On to the top of the ninth. Galveston up 7-2. Winfield leading things off. It's been a hard out this game, 3 for 4. Going to ground out to the second baseman. 1 down. Next up, Jeff Brown. Brown crushes it to left field, but the left fielder's there. 2 down. And Jason Gartz. Gart's going to smash it to center field. That's going to go over the center fielder's head. It's going to be extra bases. Lead off, or 2 out, double for Jason Gartz. He's had a great game as well. Next up, Jim Wyatt, 1 for 3 on the day. He's the 2-1 pitch, and he crushes it in the gap. That's going to drive in an insurance run. Wyatt on his way to second base. And that is 8-2 Galveston. They have come on late and come on strong here in Game 7. Russell Stanley. He's going to hit it in the gap. I think the center fielder's going to get there. He is. So that's going to retire the side. Galveston gets 1 more, so New York needs to get 6 runs here in the ninth. Keep this thing alive. We're going to have a Galveston and Las Vegas matchup in the Conference Championship Series. Here we go on to the bottom of the ninth. Muna is leading things off against Josh Clark in the game for the Gremlins to close things out. The 3-1 pitch to Muniz. It's going to be ball 4. 1 on, nobody out for Ryan Wilson. And he's going to strike out looking. Next up, Brutus. Brutus strikes out swinging, so final out for New York. Vince Redmond at the plate. And strike 3, and that's going to do it. The Galveston Gremlins have won the series, and they're going to go on to the conference championship to face the Las Vegas High Rollers. Congratulations and great season to Matt and Matt as well. Both Matts. Great season. One goes on, one goes home. That's the sad nature of our game. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
Check out the...
Oh, yeah. Good call, Chris. Good call.
Series
MVPs here. MVP, Alejandro Martinez for the Las Vegas High Rollers. Looking at Martinez, he 13-27. He was a tough out. Looking at the Galveston, New York game, we've got Jeff Brown. So back-to-back series MVPs for Jeff Brown. He went 11 for 28 in the series, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Adding to that resume is like a 25-year-old. One of the better players in the game now, right? Jesse Davies for the Rivermen, getting the MVP, 9 for 20 in the series, 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Just a great performance as well. And then for the Herons, the MVP was Pat Farrow, who just, the young age of whatever he is, 3 homers, 8 hits, and 6 RBIs. So on we go. Let's not advance this because it's going to mess up. We'll have to fix it. But we're going to have the Huron Herons hosting the Louisville Rivermen, and then we're going to have the Las Vegas High Rollers hosting the Galveston Gremlins. And of course, the winners of those series will go on to the championship game. So congratulations again to our 4 GMs still in it, and we will see you next time.
Catch you later, folks.